Man and his robot merchant find a rusty ship over a ghost market. The inscriptions on its hull hold secrets. The void was quiet, almost empty, yet it was filled with echoes. Kale's small cargo skiff drifted among the remains of what used to be a thriving market. Ships of all shapes and sizes floated in the darkness, some broken, some abandoned, their neon lights flickering weakly. The place was called the Ghost Market, and for most, it was a graveyard. But to Kale, it was a treasure trove. Beside him, RIX-7, his robot merchant companion, clinked and whirred as it adjusted its sensors.
KL, these relics have been here for decades.
I doubt anything of value remains. Are you sure you want to risk? Kale waved it off. You worry too much, Rix. Sometimes the best finds are hidden where no one dares to look.
Look over there.
RIX-7's ocular sensors focused, scanning the shadows. Suspended above a derelict stall was a hulking alien ship, bigger than anything Kale had ever seen in the market. Its hull was rusty, scarred by time and unknown battles. Strange inscriptions crawled across its surface, shimmering faintly like living ink. That's unusual, RIX-7 said, its voice a mix of curiosity and caution. No one touches that ship. Legends say it's cursed. Energy readings.
Unusual. Very strong.
Kyle's heart raced. That was exactly why he had to investigate. Legends are for cowards. Let's see it up close. The market around them was silent except for the occasional hum of forgotten systems. Kale maneuvered the skiff closer to the alien ship, dodging floating debris. The closer they got, the more the inscriptions seemed to pulse, like they were responding to his presence. He reached out a hand.
Kale! RIX-7 warned. Don't touch it! We have no idea what this is. But Kale already had one hand on the hull.
The metal was surprisingly warm. His fingers traced the glowing inscriptions and a shiver ran through him. The glyphs shifted under his touch, forming shapes he didn't understand, but somehow he felt a message trying to reach him. Do you feel that? Kale whispered. It's alive. RIX-7 whirred nervously.
Ships don't live, Kale.
That's impossible. You are detecting residual energy signatures, that's all. A sudden vibration ran through the hull. The lights flickered and went out, plunging Kale and RIX-7 into darkness. Then, a deep, resonant voice echoed in their minds. Who awakens me? Kyle froze, his eyes widened, staring at the darkened interior of the ship.
Did you hear that? I heard it. RIX-7
replied, voice trembling slightly.
That's not a speaker.
I don't know. That's the ship talking. Kale's mind raced. Every scavenger tale, every legend about cursed ships came rushing back. But fear did not stop him. Curiosity overpowered it. This ship, it's alive. Not like a human, not like a machine. Something else.
RIX-7
adjusted its limbs nervously. Kale, logically, we should leave. We are not equipped for... No. Kale interrupted. We stay. We learn.
This is what we came for, Rix. The market is full of dead ships, but this could be something extraordinary.
With that, Cal activated the skiff's boarding clamps and anchored himself to the hull. The surface rippled under his touch. He felt it respond, not mechanically, but like it recognized him. Slowly, carefully, he opened the main hatch. Darkness waited inside, but the faint glow of the inscriptions illuminated strange alien symbols etched into the walls.
KL, I am warning you, RIX-7
said, but it followed him anyway. Robots rarely disobeyed commands, but RIX-7 had a sense of loyalty. Inside, the corridors were narrow, the ceilings low, and every surface seemed alive with history. Strange glyphs covered the walls, pulsing with an otherworldly light. Kale ran his fingers along them, trying to decipher meaning, but the shapes shifted too quickly to understand. The ship spoke again, softer this time, as if curious.
You are human. Why do you touch me?
Gale swallowed.
I don't know.
Maybe to understand you. Maybe to see if humans can connect.
RIXBB analyzing the voice patterns. It's intelligent, Kale. It knows we're here.
And it's communicating. The corridors opened into a large chamber. At the center floated a sphere of light, humming with energy. The inscriptions on the walls aligned, forming a lattice of glowing symbols. The air vibrated, and KL felt his heartbeat sync with the rhythm. "Rix, look at this," he said, awe in his voice. "It's not just a ship, it's a mind. A mind trapped in metal." RIXScape-7 scanned it.
Possibly an AI, but this is different. Organic AI?
No, that's beyond known science.
"Kale, I think we've stumbled onto something ancient and very dangerous." Kale's eyes sparkled. Danger was the spice of life in the ghost market,
And he had never seen a find like this. As they explored further, Kale noticed something peculiar. The ship's systems were awakening slowly, lights flickering along corridors, doors sliding open as if welcoming him.
The inscriptions reacted to his thoughts, forming patterns he couldn't read but somehow understood intuitively.
RIX.
7 sensors picked up movement outside the hatch. "Scavengers," it whispered. "They've noticed something. They'll come." KL didn't flinch. "Let them come. This ship chooses me. I can feel it. We're not just taking it, we're partnering with it." Our IX-7 sighed, a mechanical version of exasperation. Humans and their intuition, always the same. Fine. But prepare yourself. Others won't be so patient. From the shadows of the ghost market, distant lights approached. Shapes of other scavenger ships drifted closer, drawn by the strange energy signature of the rusty vessel. Kale glanced back at the glowing hull. The inscriptions pulsed brighter, almost protective.
They know we're here,
Kale said.
but this ship.
"It's on our side. I can feel it."
Kale, RIX Scavengers, said voice serious now. "If these scavengers board before we leave, we could be in serious danger."
That ship might be alive, but we're human. Our odds are slim. Hyel smiled, brushing off the warning. "Rix, humans have something machines don't. Creativity, courage, instinct. That's what makes us special. This ship, it'll see that too.
And it'll help us.
As the first scavenger drones approached, Kale placed his hand firmly on the hull. The ship vibrated beneath his palm, humming like a living heart. A bright pulse shot through the corridors, and the distant drones flickered and paused, as if unsure how to react. The ship's voice resonated in his mind again. "Human, you are different. You understand. You may proceed." Kale's grin widened. "See, Rex, we're not just survivors. We're explorers. And this is the start of something bigger."
Our IX-7, beep, calculating escape routes and defensive options.
Explorers, huh? That's one way to put it.
But don't get comfortable, Kale. The market isn't forgiving. Not anymore. Kale didn't respond. He stepped fully into the hatch, letting the ship's interior swallow him in its glow. The corridors seemed endless, alive, humming with ancient energy. As the ghost market faded behind them, Kale realized something profound. This ship wasn't just abandoned metal. It remembered things. Things older than human memory, older than the market itself. And somehow, it had chosen him to unlock those secrets. Outside, the scavenger drones hovered, waiting. But Kale wasn't worried. Humans had survived worse. Humans had always adapted, always overcome. And now, he thought, humans had an ally like no other. A ship that could think, feel, and remember. And for the first time in his life, Kale felt that the galaxy was wide, full of mysteries, and waiting for him to leave his mark. The inscriptions pulsed brighter, illuminating the words of a language long forgotten. Kale didn't understand the words yet, but he didn't need to. He could feel their meaning. Something incredible was waiting inside the rusty hull, and Cale was ready to discover it. The ghost market faded behind him. Ahead lay darkness, unknown, and adventure. And somewhere deep in the ship's mind, a faint whisper repeated, "Human, you may proceed." Cale's boots clanged against the metal floor as he stepped further into the ship. The interior was massive, far bigger than the rusty hull suggested from the outside. Shadows stretched across the walls, shifting with the glow of strange inscriptions. The air smelled faintly metallic, yet it was strangely alive, almost warm.
RIX.
7 floated close behind him, its optical sensor scanning every surface. "Cale, I am detecting energy fluctuations. The ship, it is stabilizing. But there is something else. Something old. Very old." Cale ignored the warning, mesmerized by the glyphs on the walls. They shimmered as if breathing, constantly shifting in patterns he could almost understand. His fingers hovered over them, tracing lines without touching. Somehow, the ship responded to his presence. "Bricks, it's like it's listening." "Feeling. I don't know how, but it recognizes me," Cale whispered. Before RIX-7 could respond, a deep echoing voice filled the chamber, vibrating through the floor and walls. "Human, why have you come?" Cale froze. This time the voice was not just a sound, it was a presence, ancient and intelligent. It resonated in his mind. I don't know," Kyle said, his voice trembling slightly. "I wanted to explore, to learn, to understand you." The ship pulsed, and the glyphs glowed brighter, forming shapes that reminded Cale of eyes, circles, and lines of language he could not read. Yet he felt meaning in them, a message beyond words. "You are different from others who touch me," the ship said. "Others only seek power. You seek understanding. You may proceed." RIX-7's voice was sharp. "Cale, do you hear yourself? You are conversing with a ship. This is beyond protocol, beyond logic." Cale smiled faintly. "Rix, humans have never relied solely on logic. Curiosity, empathy, creativity. That's what makes us human. This ship, it senses that." As Cale walked deeper, the corridors opened into a vast chamber. The ceiling arched high above, lost in shadows, and the walls were alive with pulsating glyphs. In the center floated a sphere of radiant light, spinning slowly. Energy radiated from it in waves, warm and strong.
RIX-7, scan the sphere.
"It appears to be the core of the ship. It's intelligent. Cale, I cannot explain. But it may react to your thoughts, not just your touch." Kyle approached it slowly, unsure what would happen. The sphere pulsed brighter as he stepped closer. He extended his hand, and the inscriptions flared, forming patterns he felt deep in his mind. The ship's voice resonated again, calm but powerful. "You feel me. You can sense my memory. You may awaken me, but only if you prove you understand." Cale paused. "Understand? How can I prove it? By action? By choice? By courage?" The ship replied. At that moment, the skiff outside detected movement. Cale realized that scavenger drones from the ghost market had noticed the energy surge and were closing in. They would see the ship, and they would claim it. "Rix, they're coming!" Cale said, tension rising in his chest. "We have to move fast. This ship, it wants to work with us. I can feel it." RIX-7's sensors detected approaching drones. "Kyle, human ingenuity may be useful here, but we are outnumbered and underprepared. You risk everything." Kale grinned. "Good. Then we'll be creative." The ship pulsed, almost acknowledging his determination. Doors slid open automatically, revealing passages lined with more inscriptions. As Cale moved forward, he realized the glyphs were reacting to his thoughts, forming patterns he could understand intuitively. Some showed glimpses of distant planets, others of strange alien civilizations, lost to time.
RIXIX. 7 floated close to him.
Kale, these inscriptions, they are not decorative. They are memories, knowledge, technology, civilization. Kale's eyes widened. This ship, it remembers its creators. It survived entire worlds. And somehow, it wants to share its knowledge with us. Suddenly, the lights dimmed, and the ship's voice became more insistent. Human, you must decide. Will you command me, or will you flee? Choose wisely. Others seek me for greed. You seek understanding. Call's mind raced. He could sense danger from the scavengers outside. They would stop at nothing to claim the ship. But he also felt a strange trust growing between himself and the ship. He spoke aloud. I want to learn from you. I want to work with you. I promise to protect you from those who would misuse you. The sphere in the center of the chamber flared brightly, filling the room with warm light. Glyphs rippled across the walls like waves, and the ship's voice shifted, calm and approving. Then we are partners, human. I am Saphir, and I will follow your command, but only if your mind remains clear, your courage strong, and your heart human. Kale stepped back, stunned. Saphir. That's your name? Yes, I remember many names, but this one I choose for you. You are worthy to speak it.
RIX.
7 beeped in amazement.
Kale.
You just named an alien ship, and it responded willingly. That is unprecedented. Outside, the first scavenger drones began to fire small energy pulses, testing the ship's defenses. The vibrations shook the hull. Kale looked at the sphere. Saphir, we have company. Can you help us? Saphir's voice resonated calmly, almost amused. Your instincts are correct. They are greedy, impatient, unworthy. I will assist you. Follow my lead, human. Suddenly, panels on the wall slid open, revealing hidden thrusters, shields, and energy conduits. The ship vibrated like a heartbeat, responding to Kale's thoughts. Doors closed behind them, locking automatically. The inscriptions glowed brighter, mapping pathways to escape routes. RIX. 7 sensors spun in excitement. Kale. Saphir just activated its defense systems. It's impressive. And it's responding to your commands? Kale nodded. Not commands. Connection. The ship trusts me. That's why it listens. The first wave of scavenger drones approached the hatch, firing energy pulses at the hull. But the ship responded instantly. Shields flared along the hull, reflecting the blasts harmlessly into the void. One drone collided with a hidden thruster bay and was sent spinning into space.
RIX 7 whistled electronically.
Kyle, you are literally inside a living fortress, and it's choosing you. Kale felt a rush of excitement. This was more than survival. It was discovery. Humans had always adapted, always overcome, and now they had a partner who could match their creativity. Together, they could face any threat. Saphir's voice resonated in Kale's mind again, gentle yet powerful. Your courage is recognized. Your creativity is acknowledged.
I will reveal more of my memory, but only if you survive this encounter. Kale smirked.
RIX.
You hear that? We're about to learn things no human has ever known. And we're doing it while escaping a fleet of scavengers. The drones outside regrouped, firing more pulses, but Saphir reacted instantly, maneuvering the massive ship with grace that defied its rusty exterior. Kale held on as the vessel twisted, thrusted, and shielded itself with movements that seemed alive, intuitive.
RIX.
7 clung to the nearest support beam. Kale, this is thrilling, terrifying, and incredible. You are literally piloting a sentient alien ship through a war zone. A yell laughed, adrenaline surging. Exactly. Humans thrive on this. And now, we can push further. Through the corridors, inscriptions began to shift, revealing what seemed to be a map of ancient trade routes across the galaxy. Kale reached out, feeling the patterns like a puzzle. Some routes led to lost planets, others to civilizations thought extinct. The ship responded to his curiosity, guiding him toward passages that would help them escape. Kale, look at this! RIX, Seven said, excitement rising. These routes, they're not just directions. They're knowledge, technology, resources, maybe even civilizations. Corrail's eyes shone. That's why Saphir chose us. We're not greedy. We're explorers. We want to understand, not just take. That's human ingenuity, the kind no machine or alien greed can match. The drones outside began to give up, realizing that brute force would not claim this ship. Saphir moved with Kale's instinct, avoiding attacks, blocking paths, and guiding them toward open space. As they cleared the market, Kale finally let out a deep breath. We made it. We're free. For now, I explode. Seven hovered, scanning the surroundings.
Kale, we are not safe yet.
But Saphir, it trusts you. That's remarkable. I have never seen an AI or any entity form a bond like this with a human so quickly. Kale smiled, feeling the weight of what they had just achieved. Humans survive because we adapt. We feel. We think. And now we're recognized by something older and wiser than anything else in the galaxy. Saphir's voice echoed, soft and almost affectionate. Human, your journey has only begun. The universe holds many secrets, and together we will uncover them.
Kale looked at RIXS. 7. Ready for the next adventure? RIX?
Seven beeped.
Always. But perhaps we should update the definition of adventure after today.
The vast darkness of space stretched before them, filled with unknown stars, ancient ruins, and secrets waiting to be discovered. But for the first time, Kale felt that humans were not just survivors. They were explorers. And with Saphir by his side, there was no limit to what they could achieve. Kale gripped the control panel of Saphir's cockpit, feeling the pulse of the ship beneath his hands. Unlike any vessel he had ever piloted, this one seemed alive, responding not just to commands but to his thoughts, instincts, and intentions.
RIX.
Seven floated beside him, scanning the surrounding void, every sensor alert. The ghost market is behind us, for now. Our eye exploded? Seven said, but those scavenger drones won't forget. They'll follow, and they'll send more. Kale smirked.
Good.
Let them come. We have Saphir.
And we're not just running, we're learning. Saphir's voice resonated in Kale's mind, calm and steady. Human, you are adapting quickly. I detect multiple pursuers. They are predictable. You are less so. We will escape. Kale leaned back slightly, letting the ship guide them through the void. Hidden thrusters flared, and a faint blue shield shimmered around the hull. The massive alien vessel moved with grace, weaving through debris fields with the elegance of a living creature.
RIX.
Seven beeped in excitement. Kale, the ship's response is it's reading your intentions before you even act. This is unprecedented, Kale laughed. Exactly. Humans adapt. Machines predict. Saphir combines both. That's why it chose us. Outside the cockpit, distant flashes of energy indicated the scavenger fleet regrouping. Small ships streaked toward them, weapons primed. Kyle glanced at the hull monitors. Saphir's shields flared, absorbing the attacks effortlessly. Let's see how they like a little creativity, Kale said. He moved a control lever, but Saphir responded before he even completed the action. The ship twisted, released a pulse of energy that disrupted the pursuer's targeting systems, and sent two drones spinning helplessly into the void.
RIX.
Seven whistled electronically.
Kale, that was brilliant.
And terrifying. Kale grinned. That's humans for you. Brilliance and terror in one package.
As they put distance between themselves and the market, KL turned his attention to the inscriptions that covered Saphir's inner walls. They shifted continuously, glowing in patterns he could feel rather than fully see. Each symbol seemed to contain memory, knowledge, and history. "Saphir, show me," Kale whispered. "Tell me what these inscriptions mean." The sphere of light in the center of the main chamber pulsed. Just in his blood. Just in his blood. Just in his blood. "Human, these are records of civilizations, trade routes, and technologies long lost. They are meant to be understood by those worthy. You may begin." Kale reached out mentally, letting his intuition guide him. The symbols reformed into maps of ancient star systems, charts of forgotten planets, and outlines of technologies humans had never dreamed of. RIX-7 sensors scanned them rapidly. "Kale, this is incredible. These are ancient alien trade routes. Some lead to worlds destroyed or abandoned. Others may hold technology far beyond human understanding." Kale's mind raced. "If we follow these routes, we could discover lost civilizations, resources, even weapons that are safe if used wisely." Saphir pulsed in affirmation. "Correct, but caution is necessary. Others will seek these routes. They do not understand the meaning. They seek only power. You must act differently." Suddenly, a new warning appeared on the cockpit displays. A fleet of scavenger ships larger than the first emerged from the void. They had been waiting, lying in ambush. Kale's heart raced.
"Looks like they brought reinforcements," he muttered.
"Rix, ready for evasive maneuvers?" RIX-7 floated closer, sensors scanning. "Kale, evasive is not enough. They outnumber us. You must use human ingenuity. Think creatively." Kale smirked. "That's what humans do best." He reached out, letting his thoughts guide Saphir. The ship's thrusters ignited in precise bursts, weaving through the incoming fire. Shields flared to absorb blasts. Hidden energy conduits sent pulses outward, creating a dazzling display of light and motion that confused the pursuers. One drone collided with a drifting asteroid. Another was thrown off course by a sudden gravitational pulse generated by the ship.
RIX-7
cheered. "KL, Saphir's adapting to you as fast as you adapt to it." "It's incredible." Kale's mind was sharp. He noticed patterns in the scavenger fleet's movements, their attacks predictable, their formations rigid. "Safer, twist left. Now, invert rotation. Send the energy pulse forward," he thought. Almost instantly, the ship obeyed, flinging the pursuing drones into the void like toys. RIX-7 clung to a support beam, amazed. "Kale, they're not even close now."
That's human intuition combined with alien precision.
Kaya laughed, adrenaline surging.
Exactly.
"Humans survive because we adapt. That's why we're special. And now, we're exploring, not just escaping." Saphir's voice resonated warmly. "Human, you demonstrate creativity, courage, and thought. You are worthy. The inscriptions will reveal more if you continue to prove yourself." Kale turned to the chamber walls. The glyphs shifted, forming new patterns. Some displayed star systems, long forgotten. Others showed the locations of ancient outposts, abandoned civilizations and technologies waiting to be rediscovered. RIX-7 scanned frantically. "Hey, look at this. These maps, they could lead to worlds humans have never set foot on. Some of these planets may still have functioning alien technology." Kale's pulse quickened. "This is what I've dreamed of. Exploration, discovery, and survival. Humans can thrive in places no one else dares to go." Suddenly, the inscriptions shifted again, forming images Kale could barely comprehend. Alien machines, massive cities floating in space, energy weapons of unimaginable scale. The ship's voice echoed. "These are memories of my creators. Knowledge lost in wars, forgotten by time. You may learn, but only if you respect the balance." KL nodded. "We will. We'll use it to explore,
to understand, never to destroy.
Our IX-7 floated closer, its sensors glowing.
Kyle, do you realize what this means? This ship isn't just alive. It's a guardian of lost civilizations, and it's choosing to teach us. Kale smiled faintly. That's humans for you. We earn trust through understanding, not greed. That's why Saphir is helping us. As they traveled, Kale noticed something even stranger. Saphir seemed to react to human emotion, not just commands. When Kale felt fear, the ship adjusted shields automatically. When he felt hope, Saphir accelerated, finding paths the scavengers could not predict. Every instinct, every feeling he experienced became a tool. Rex, this is more than piloting, Kale said. We're connected. Human intuition and courage, guiding alien technology. That's why we're still alive, and why we're ahead of them. Outside, the scavenger fleet struggled to keep up. Their attacks were precise but rigid, unable to match the living grace of Saphir's movement combined with Kale's instincts. Saphir pulsed, almost like a heartbeat. Human, you are learning quickly. Your species is remarkable. Few would survive this. Fewer would thrive. You adapt. Kyle's mind raced with possibilities. The inscriptions were showing routes to lost colonies, abandoned research facilities, hidden archives. Humanity could rebuild what was lost, discover technologies no one else could wield responsibly. RIX-7 sensors blinked rapidly. Kyle, look at this. One of these routes leads to an uncharted system. No ships, no records, nothing. It may hold secrets. Kale's heart thumped with excitement. That's it, Rix. That's where we go next. The inscriptions are guiding us. Saphir trusts us. And humans thrive in the unknown. As the scavenger fleet slowly retreated, realizing brute force would not claim the ship, Kale let out a deep breath. We're free for now. But the real adventure is just beginning. Saphir's voice resonated softly, almost affectionate. Human, the universe holds many secrets. Together, we will uncover them. But caution is necessary. Not all knowledge is meant to be wielded lightly. Kale smiled. We'll be careful. We'll learn. We'll explore. Humans always adapt. And now, we're not just surviving. We're discovering. RIX.I11T7 hovered beside him, its voice a mixture of awe and warning. Kale, I've calculated probabilities. Our survival is unprecedented. But Saphir, it trusts you. That is remarkable and dangerous in a good way. Exactly. That's humanity. We're unpredictable. We're creative. And now we have Saphir to guide us. The void stretched endlessly before them, filled with stars, forgotten planets, and secrets waiting to be uncovered. Kale felt a surge of excitement, knowing that humans were not just survivors. They were explorers, thinkers, innovators. And somewhere deep in Saphir's consciousness, memories of ancient civilizations pulsed, waiting for the right hands to unlock them. Kale clenched his fists. Let's see what secrets the universe has for us. Our IX-7 beeped, its mechanical voice full of wonder. Kale, prepare yourself. The next discoveries may change humanity forever. Kale smiled, leaning back in the cockpit. That's exactly what I live for. The stars stretched before them, infinite and full of mystery. And for the first time, Kale felt that humans had a chance not just to survive in the galaxy, but to thrive, to learn, and to leave their mark. Kale leaned forward in Saphir's cockpit, eyes fixed on the uncharted system appearing on the holographic display. Stars gleamed around them like scattered jewels, and at the center of the system floated an enormous structure, a crystalline archive, unlike anything human or alien. Its surface shimmered with light, reflecting Saphir's glow. Our IX-7 hovered beside him, its sensors spinning wildly. Kale, I've never detected anything like this. This archive, it's alive too. Energy readings are off the charts. And I detect multiple layers of memory storage. Some of it may be older than known galactic civilizations. Kale's heart pounded. This is it, Rix. This is why Saphir chose us. The inscriptions, the ship. It was guiding us here. And whatever is in that archive, it's waiting for humans to unlock it. Saphir pulsed almost like a heartbeat. Human, this place was created to store knowledge and test the worthiness of civilizations. Many tried to access it before, none succeeded. You may succeed, but only if your courage, creativity, and empathy remain strong. Kale nodded, swallowing his excitement. We're ready, Sapphire. Show me what we need to do. The ship aligned itself with the archive's main entrance, a massive doorway lined with glowing symbols. As they approached, the crystals reacted to Saphir's energy, opening slowly, revealing a cavernous interior filled with floating holographic data streams. The walls pulsed with inscriptions, moving in patterns that seemed alive. IX. 7 sensors beeped repeatedly. Kale, these inscriptions, they're interactive. The archive is communicating with Saphir and us. But it is testing you, human. Every step you take is being measured. Kale's pulse quickened.
Measured for what?
Strength, intelligence, morality, all of the above, Saphir replied. This archive was built to discern if a species is worthy of knowledge. Humans, you have been chosen to prove your worth. Kale's mind raced. He had always known humans were special, creative, adaptable, brave. But this was something beyond survival. This was recognition from a force older than anything humanity had ever encountered. Our HFY-7 floated beside him, voice cautious. Kale, the archive may offer technology and knowledge beyond our comprehension, but if used improperly, it could destroy entire systems. This is not a game, Kale smiled faintly.
I know, Rix. That's why we have Saphir.
And that's why we have humans. We adapt, we innovate, we think beyond rules. The holographic streams shifted, forming a central pillar of light. Images flickered inside it. Ancient cities, massive starships, and alien technologies lost to time. Kale stepped closer, feeling the energy hum in his bones. Saphir's voice resonated in his mind. Human, touch the pillar. Connect, understand. Only through empathy and curiosity will the knowledge reveal itself. Kale hesitated briefly, then extended his hand. The pillar's light wrapped around him, flowing into his mind. Knowledge flooded him, not just facts, but experiences. Memories of alien civilizations rose within him, their triumphs, their mistakes, their fears, and their hopes. He saw planets that had thrived and fallen, machines of unimaginable power, and starships capable of reshaping solar systems. But alongside the grandeur, Kale sensed the warning. This knowledge was a gift, not a weapon. To wield it carelessly would bring disaster.
Our IX-7's voice came faintly in his mind.
Kale, can you process all of this? Humans are not meant to carry this alone.
Kale shook his head slightly. We don't carry it alone. Saphir is here, and humanity we adapt. We understand. The holographic streams shifted again, forming an image of Saphir's creators, a race older than humanity, brilliant, cautious, and wise. Their ships, their cities, their entire civilizations had vanished long ago, leaving only relics like Saphir in this archive. Saphir pulsed brightly. Human, my creators designed me to judge, to protect knowledge until a worthy species arrived. You are that species. Your courage, empathy, and creativity have proven it. You may inherit the knowledge responsibly.
Kale felt a rush of pride and awe. We're ready, Saphir.
Humanity is ready. We'll protect it. We'll explore it. We'll learn, not destroy. Our IX-7 hovered beside him, voice steady. KL, this is beyond anything we imagined. You, a human, are now the key to unlocking the knowledge of an ancient civilization. And with Saphir guiding you, we may change the galaxy. Kale's eyes glimmered with determination. That's exactly what we're going to do. The archive shifted again, forming a map of lost worlds connected by ancient trade routes. Kale realized that some planets still had functioning alien technology, power sources, defensive systems, and even habitats capable of supporting life. Saphir spoke, calm and precise. Human, the knowledge is vast. You must act wisely. Some systems are unstable. Some knowledge is dangerous if misused. You must decide carefully which secrets to unlock first. Kale nodded. We will. We'll explore, understand, and protect. That's what humans do best. Suddenly, the archive pulsed with light, projecting holographic figures of scavenger fleets. The same who had chased them from the ghost market. They had tracked Saphir's energy and would stop at nothing to claim the knowledge. Our IX, Seven beeped urgently.
Kale, they will come here. If they reach the archive, all this knowledge could fall into the wrong hands.
Kale clenched his fists.
Then we won't let that happen. Humans have always defended what is precious.
And now we defend the wisdom of an entire civilization. Saphir's voice resonated with a quiet strength.
Human, you must act!
Protect the archive. Outsmart those who seek it for greed. Only then will the knowledge remain safe.
Kale nodded and turned to REX. 7? Ready for some action? Or IX?
7 beeped affirmatively. Always. Let's show them what humans are capable of.
Together, they prepared for the incoming fleet.
Kale felt a surge of confidence. He had Saphir, the ship with intelligence and power beyond comprehension. And he had RIX-7, loyal and resourceful. And above all, he had human ingenuity, the ability to think creatively, adapt instantly, and make decisions others could not. The first scavenger ships entered the system, expecting easy prey. But Kale was ready. He guided Saphir through complex maneuvers, using gravity wells, energy pulses, and the ship's hidden defenses to disable their attackers without harming them. Each movement was precise, calculated, and intuitive. Our IX-7 beeped in awe.
Krael, you're rewriting the rules of engagement. They don't stand a chance.
Kale grinned. That's humans for you. We survive.
We adapt. We innovate. As the scavengers retreated, Kale focused again on the archive. He extended his mind, guided by Saphir, and began unlocking sections of the knowledge. Ancient blueprints, star maps, and energy sources revealed themselves. Each discovery was a puzzle, but Kale solved them with creativity and empathy, understanding the purpose behind every invention, every civilization, every memory.
Saphir pulsed in approval. Human, your species is remarkable.
Few would have succeeded. You are worthy of knowledge and guardianship. The galaxy will remember your kind. Kale felt a deep sense of pride. Humans had always survived by adapting, by thinking beyond limits, and by trusting their instincts. Now, they were recognized by a force older and wiser than any human mind.
Our IX-7
floated beside him, voice filled with admiration. Kale, you've done it. You've unlocked the secrets, protected them, and earned the trust of Saphir and this archive. Humanity has truly proven itself. Kale smiled, gazing at the glowing archive. This is just the beginning, RIFS. Humans will explore these worlds, learn from this knowledge, and grow stronger. We'll protect what's precious and leave a mark on the galaxy. Saphir pulsed one final time. Human, together we will explore, protect, and learn. You are worthy. The universe is now open to you.
As KL and RIX-7
prepared to leave the archive, the inscriptions on Saphir's hull shimmered, revealing a final message, a new path, a new adventure, a new challenge, waiting in the stars. Kale clenched his fists in determination. Humans don't just survive, we thrive. And with Saphir by our side, there is nothing we cannot achieve.
IX scoper cracks crashing from.
Seven sensors blinked. Agreed.
Agreed.
Humanity is not just part of the galaxy now. They are shaping it. And Kale, you've led the way. The uncharted system stretched before them, filled with untold worlds, mysteries, and possibilities. And for the first time, Kale knew that humanity was not just surviving in the universe. They were destined to explore, innovate, and leave a legacy that would echo through the stars. Sapphire hummed softly, a living vessel of ancient knowledge. Kale smiled, feeling the bond between human, robot, and ship. Together, they would face whatever the galaxy held. The void ahead shimmered with stars, waiting for the humans who had proven themselves worthy. And for Kale, RI-X-7, and Saphir, the adventure was only beginning.